Hello, Philadelphia! I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show!
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You got me? Because I don't hear myself. Okay, I don't hear myself, so welcome in. Lots to get to. Here we go. Birds. What did night night say? Now let's get right to it. Preseason is usually right. It's no eyewash, a lot of nothing. For a preseason game, I thought that was like an A. I thought that was a compelling night of football for a preseason game. Now, again, preseason. But compare and contrast, I thought it was interesting, man. It kept me going. I watched every Kyle McCord throw. I was at to the end. It was great. I loved it. I had so much to digest off of it. Once again, now my thing's off.
Working through some issues.
Yeah, it's you know, if we can get that going.
Yep.
So let's discuss it. So let's start with the story of the night is Tanner McKee, right? By and large, forget about everything else. Tanner McKee will help everyone in this town sleep at night. Because God forbid anything happens to Jalen, they're good. Like, he is he may be the best backup in the NFL. I know you got Cousins in Atlanta, right? You got some other veterans, but McKee makes every throw. He's poised. Like, you saw him, and every one of his decision-making is impeccable. He knows the offense. He throws a beautiful ball, and he's got that I'm good, God forbid, because, you don't want anything to happen to Jalen. It's an obvious statement, but, it's the NFL, and Jalen is a physical quarterback. There's a demand to him. So if something happens, and you need him, like what makes him so great and effective is the fact that he runs, that he uses his legs. So if something happens to him, you got McKee. I mean, I can't stress to you now. People go, wow, would you trade him? This, that. Teams have already tried to trade for Tanner McKee. I told you this around the draft. I know the Saints made offer. I know the Browns, the Raiders. They're teams that went after him. And Howie's like, no, man, we know the importance of the backup quarterback. Just call him Nick Foles is all you got to do. And he was incredible last night. And people were surprised that he played into the third quarter. I thought it was important to have him in the game because you're trying to figure out who's the back-end receiving in the receiver room, right? Who is 4 and 5? That's a big deal. Dotson played. I loved it. I love the fact that John Dotson started, looked good. He's going to be so much better this year because of a full training camp of the offense. You got to trust us here. The one thing, when you come in and you don't have a grasp of the offense, you're in late, like he was late in camp, it just puts you in the 8 ball. It really does. Like, now he's comfortable. He'll be much better, I think, as that third receiver. So the great was McKee last night. It was fun to watch. I love the fact that he makes every throw. There was a throw to Johnny Wilson, and he used Johnny's size, right? He feathers it. He lays it up for him. He threw a back shoulder to Wilson, a back shoulder fade, which was perfect, right? Like, it was perfect to him. I love McKee. I do. I love the kid. Everybody loves him in the room, in that building. Players love him. He's terrific, right? So that was the good. The bad is your secondary, right? It's a worry. It's a legit worry. That secondary, because Kaylee Ringo and Adoree Jackson were horrible. Let's be real here. Ringo was worse. I mean, the angle he takes on Jamar Chase, it was great the fact that the Bengals and Burrow and had Chase out there and Higgins, and it was good. It was good for him. And I like Ringo. You know, I'm hoping that he can, you know, be salvaged, but he was bad. I mean, he was worrisome is what he was. And Adoree Jackson was the same way. So there is a fear there, and you better hope that Jacorian Bennett can play and can win that job, because that's an issue. And then, of course, Sidney Brown gets hurt again. And you know, he's a nice kid again, but I don't have any faith in Sidney Brown. I think Makuba, now I hear Makuba will be healthy. So, you know, it's either Coop in the slot or McWilliams in the slot and Coop at safety, depending on Makuba. But I hear Makuba's going to be fine. So that'll be something. He'll play in this preseason. So that'll be something to look at. Vic will look at for the opener. You're going to need, if Coop is playing Nick, I almost think it's better if Makuba's at safety and Coop is at nickel, only because, and it's sort of interchangeable, but only because you need some stability. You can get away with a weak link on the outside, a weaker link, because look, Bennett, as long as you don't get toasted, and he's a guy that keeps people in front of him. So, you know, and then you're going to have, and I think it's huge, but you're going to have Q travel, right? So Quinion will travel with the best receiver, and he'll shadow. And I think you have to do that. If you don't have Slay on the other side, he's got to travel. Like, he's got to be on their best guy. So I think that's how it's going to work out. Other things that I liked last night, the receivers were fun. All three made a statement, right? I think there's three guys vying for two spots. Now, Johnny Wilson has the leg up because he's the tallest receiver in the league. And there's just things that you can do with him. And even though he's had a little bit of a down camp, Johnny Wilson showed you last night what that size means. And he went up. He made a couple good catches. I talked about the back shoulder play. So he's valuable. He'll be valuable in the red zone. They tried to do that fade. DTR it was too low. The throw was off on the fade in the end zone. But Johnny Wilson probably has one spot locked up. Now the other spot is between Aeneas Smith and Darius Cooper, who I loved. All right, I love Darius Cooper. Now Aeneas Smith had that really nice punt return, and he had the touchdown. He only 2 catches, but had the touchdown. He had the big punt return, and that is the fact that he can return punts is a big deal. But I like Cooper, Charlton State in Texas. He fast, catches everything, ran good routes. I've known Cooper flash last night, Darius Cooper. So, and I'm all down with another Coop. So he's interesting. That'll be an interesting battle to see what they do with 4, 5, 6, and how they whittle those receiver spots. Drew Kendall, I thought, was good in his time playing backup center because he's a rookie, Boston College. I liked him. I'll tell you one thing. You know, A.J. Dillon. Now, you know if you watch the Packers what A.J. Dillon can do. A.J. Dillon showed you he's got great feet, caught a ball, you know, can catch the ball out of the backfield. So I think he's a great complimentary back to Saquon. So you love that. And then we had the Jahad Campbell play. He's going to be stunned. It's a shame. I wanted that pick for him. First game as an Eagle wearing the uniform. Oh, he had it. He had it in his hands. I thought Ty Robinson was all over the place. He's going to be a great effort guy, just a beast. I like Ty Robinson a lot. And Gabe Hall, I thought, played well. So that's kind of where I'm at last night of all this kind of storylines and kind of breaking it down. I love it. Good morning, VT.
Good morning.
So that's kind of my assessment from last night.
It's a pretty good assessment.
I'm down. I thought for preseason games, it was highly entertaining. Again, for preseason, I know I missed it, and I might have watched Raiders Seahawks after.
Yeah,
I was so into it, but whatever.
It was fun. It was great that the Bengals played their starters. So you get a real test of what we got going on depth-wise. And I don't know, we got 2 of the top 30 quarterbacks in football on this team. McKee could start for probably 5 teams easily in this league. It's wild.
You know what?
Colts,
That's a fun.
Saints,
That's a fun exercise.
Browns,
Giants.
yeah.
All right.
I mean, we got 2 starting quarterbacks. It's bonkers in this league.
No, Tanner's legit, man.
Yeah.
Tanner's legit.
Dude, that throw to Cooper was like, I think they called him a laser. It was ridiculous.
We talked about him for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been telling you, like, he's legit. Like, they think he's legitimate.
I'm surprised they haven't been blown away with a package for him yet.
They don't want to move him. I told you. I told you, teams around the draft they wanted him.
I mean, he's like, I don't know. As a kid, we used to hear Louis of London insurance policy. He's like a $10 million Louis of London.
I talked to another team, right? And we were talking about McKee. And I go, dude, I love McKee. I'm sure. I even said to him, I'm surprised you guys didn't make a play. Goes, oh, yeah, we made a play because Howie's not part with him.
Dude, it was also great that the crowd is chanting for the tush push. And they give it to them in the first drive of the game after the league. It's like a big F you. The Bengals were a team that were anti-tush push. And they gave it to them. I loved it, man. It was fun.
No, it was great to do that.
It's like a big FU to the whole.
All right. Do we need to take a timeout and reboot?
I'm going to try to keep us on the air. I hope not. But I
know we're having some tech issues. So would it help you if we were able to? I'm talking to my man Tyler, who's very diligent. So should we try to?
I think you keep going for now. I'll let you know if something happens. But you keep going as is. And yeah, so the issue is we're having audio from this computer as opposed to our setup. So I'm hoping it stays with us. Just.
I mean, on another level, it's like attention. We have a 3-alarm fire at CB2. I mean, that's a real.
No, it's a worry.
It's a whole.
No,
I might have to adjust it to 13-4 after that.
By the way, I would be utterly panicked had they not traded for Bennett.
Yes,
because I think Bennett comes in and could just give you average cornerback play. Like I think he'll be sufficient on that side. I mean, and that's kind of what I hear. But man, Ringo, wow, he looked horrible.
And it's weird because Vic was making pokes at Adoree, but the writers like, Adoree's looked okay, but Vic was seeing what's happening out there.
Yeah, Adoree did not look good. Ringo did not look good.
Horrible.
I know.
It's at the point where you need CB2, Cooper DeJean, safety, Cooper DeJean. He needs to be everywhere.
It's true.
It was
Sidney Brown gets hurt again.
He's just not made to play safety.
No, and I have to tell you, dude. He gets hurt again, and I wasn't impressed when he was healthy, when he was actually playing. That's a worry spot. That's a worry spot. So
I think everything on offense. The Shipley and Dillon, I thought
the offense
great.
The offense is great. Even the kid Powell can run a little bit.
Yeah,
right. But go back to the defense. You got to hope that Bennett is the guy. And then you gotta hope McWilliams is your slot corner, can play slot corner, right? And you hope Makuba's healthy. So then this way, whatever of the 3 weeks, because the other aspect is because Cooper DeJean can play outside slot safety, he's your answer for one of those 3 if it's like break glass. Mm-hmm. Right? Like he's going to be I think Vic would like to play him at probably slot. Right? But if not, safety, I think his preference is slot, safety, outside. But he actually may have to play some outside with that crew. So like different matchups. I think a lot it'll be interesting because if I'm Vic and no one Fangio, it's going to dictate, the opponent will dictate how you proceed, right? If you're playing the Bengals, you might need him on the outside.
Right. Well, so few teams have wide receivers as talented as the Bengals.
Yeah, but you're going to need 2. Like, if you got 2 stud receivers, it'll be against the Cowboys, right? because
Yeah.
Pickens and Lamb,
Yeah, legit.
right? And Pickens is taller. They're both taller receivers. Then it's smaller. You may need Coop to play on the outside opening night against the Cowboys.
I'd be surprised. I think someone's going to end up coming in. I don't know if it's Justin Simmons. I think after that, they need another body in there that can play at least some solid safety, especially with Akuba being injured.
Now, I hear McCoop fine.
Yeah.
Like, he'll be fine, yeah.
But he's a rookie. Undersized rookie. Who knows what he's got.
Well, that's it. I think they like him a lot. I think they're heartened by him. I'm not sure. I'm worried about that side of the field, obviously.
Yeah. I was also disappointed. I expected more out of Smile Mondin last night. He didn't look great from what I saw. He missed a couple tackles.
Yeah, I counted him for. Because what I'll do is, if I see you make a play, I'll give you a slash.
Yeah.
If I see you miss a play, I'll give you a slash. Right.
Right.
And I had him as a wash.
Okay.
I saw
the one glaring
couple-
was like a 9-yard throw to Chase Brown. He had him in the backfield, kind of just missed the tackle. That was on the first drive, I think Tyler's saying we need a TO for a second.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
I've been
All right,
working
no
on
problem.
it.
We'll be
Listen,
right back.
don't go anywhere, right? Just give us a minute. Let Tyler straighten it out, and we'll come right back and dive into this thing.